gosh. Damn. Today we've got the Rack and Ride MX Plus hitch carrier. This might be the most overbuilt hitch carrier I've ever put my hands on. So let's have a look. Some of you might be wondering, why a hitch carrier? I've got a dual sport bike. I'm turning it into a light ADV bike. Why not just ride it? And for the most part, I'm going to do that. But there's going to be some times where I might want to ride to a BDR and it's too far away. It might be a day away. And by the time I get this bike out there riding it, I'm going to be exhausted. I want to have fun on the trail. I want to have fun on the ride. So at times, a hitch carrier is where it's at. Now, if you're a dual sport rider, enduro rider, even a lightweight ADV rider, and you're going to need some type of hitch system to carry your bike around because we're not always going to be able to ride to our destination, today's your day because this is probably the best built hitch carrier out there. And I'm going to go through it. I want to thank Rack and Ride for sending me this MX Plus hitch carrier. It can carry motorcycles up to 395 pounds. I'm going to use it this year and we're going to put it through the test. Rack and Ride is a company out of Australia. You can email them. Leroy's a great guy. He's going to get you set up with what you need for your specific vehicle. And they do have in Denver a supply house to where you get shipping from the United States. As we look, it's got a really thick aluminum main rail, nicely powder coated. Everything is laser cut on this rack. So assembly was very easy. There was no moving around parts to get them to fit. Everything just fit perfect. We go up here to the nose piece. It is adjustable. You got different sizes here that you can move this back and forth. So it will work with mopeds and scooters and even light sport bikes. Now we got tie downs here. We got two different points here on each side that's going to work for the middle of the motorcycle. And then we got a strap here on the front and on the other side that's going to go over the front end of the motorcycle. There's a nice document that Rack and Ride sent me showing me how to wire this to my FJ Cruiser. I did have to get a different end just because I have a late model vehicle, but they do send a 7-point adapter that fits most vehicles. It does come with a 46-inch aluminum loading ramp, but they offer various sizes as well, so you can lengthen that if you need to. Another great feature of the Rack and Ride is the LED lighting. You actually get lights with this rack. So your bike is not blocking the tail lights on your vehicle, which is not safe. They're actually on the back of the rack, and they have an area here where you can even transfer your license plate if needed. So you know a lot about a company by its attention to detail. We've got the wiring here. It's nicely hidden behind this rail here, goes through the front, underneath the rack, and then comes out the back right here. Another great thing about this company is it was so easy to email back and forth with Leroy, the owner, because not all vehicles are the same in the back. My FJ has a tire back here. And so how do I know how big a rack I need, how far it needs to be out? And so he had me take some measurements, and it did make a difference as far as what I ordered. And so he sent me the proper rack. So let's go ahead and put it on and see how well it fits. Now this rack is 75 pounds, and that's comparable to most racks that you'll find. Time to attach the anti-tilt bracket. Here's a better look at the anti-tilt bracket. This clamps, bolts through, keeps that nice and tight. We've got a little spacer here, metal spacer here, and one here that just kind of makes this a lot more sturdy and tight. You got the loading ramp here. It's got an attachment here to tie it down. It slides in here, so it's real easy to remove. And that just goes on the end over here. This just pulls out. We attach that ramp and load the bike up. Little bit of mud and dirt kicked up, but the ride out here was really stable. Didn't even feel this thing on the back of the FJ. The bike's gonna go this way and that way just a little bit. I don't crank down the front tie downs because that just compresses the shock, and you just don't want to do that. But yeah, normal amount of movement, I would say. I didn't feel the hitch bumping or jerking or making any weird noises, so I passed the test of hauling, but let's see what it's like to load the bike. I've already lined the bike up, kickstand up. We're gonna go down in first gear. Gonna let the clutch out, give it gas, just like you're going up a hill. You're gonna let it do all the work. Once we got it up, I've got me a little tie down here. And so that's 2 minutes, I guess, is what it took. You can see my tie down here. Up around the forks here, that's a little loose. We'll tighten that a little bit. And here. Give it a couple pulls. And that's not going anywhere. That's kind of how you want it. You want it to be able to move just a little bit. Otherwise, you're just putting this bike under a ton of pressure. So pretty easy load. Took about 2 minutes to do, tie down. Yeah, easy job. Hey, shout out to Leroy and Rack and Ride over there in Australia. Thanks again for sending me the MX Plus hitch carrier. Absolutely the best carrier that I've ever been around or exposed to. And it'll do everything I need to haul this DRZ4S. It'll haul things like the CRF 300, your Husqvarna 701s, even the KTM 390 Adventurer. But if you've got a big GS sitting at home and you want to haul it somewhere, go to the description, follow the link, go to their website, and they've got even bigger and heavier duty racks than this one. So shout out to them again. Do me a favor if you would, leave a comment, let me know what you're using. And if you don't mind, subscribe to the channel, that'll help it grow. And thanks again. I'll see you in the next video. Oh, shit. Damn.